Remember that urgent, almost frantic post Donald Trump made to his Attorney General Pam Bondi? The one he demanded that she prosecuted James Comey, a very long post. He's talking about how he read over 30 statements. He's saying this is the same story as last time. Look what they did to me, Pam. Look, this has to get done immediately. There's a great case. We cannot delay any longer. It's killing our reputation and credibility. Justice must be served, and on and on. So there was near instant speculation that post was not meant for public consumption. And now the Wall Street Journal is, well, confirming just that. The paper reporting Trump accidentally published that directive to his AG Bondi publicly, September 27th, 11:21 a.m. Eastern. He deleted it within 10 minutes, of course, not before it was captured in the eternal screenshots. And instead, the reporting is after she called the White House and complained and issued a help, stop. Pam Bondi's doing a great job, he posted a few minutes later. Great job as Attorney General of the United States. She's very careful, very smart, loves our country, but needs a top prosecutor in the Eastern District of Virginia, like my recommendation, Lindsay Halligan, to get things moving. So Donald Trump, very transparent. I don't know if he thinks he's slick when he writes things like that. Just 12 minutes later, Trump tried to clean it up, as you saw there, posting that praise-filled message about Pam, calling her smart, strong. Now, the deleted post is now being evaluated as perhaps Exhibit A, potentially, in James Comey's legal strategy to get his indictment thrown out. Trump's own words, giving a clear directive to his DOJ boss to target a former FBI director could be used to show political motivation and abuse of power. And so this isn't just about what's a sloppy, who hasn't maybe accidentally or close to it, thought they were sending a DM and said they posted something publicly, but it does seem to be a window into just how far Donald Trump is willing to go and how long he's willing to wait to taste the blood of his chosen political enemies as he sees it. Ironically, though, this may have secured him the White House, this one enemy. I mean, of all people, Comey probably secured him the White House the first time around, and still. The question I have for you, though, Cenk, is anyone going to fall off the loyalty truck here? Okay, Donald Trump wants a Nobel Prize. There's the peace deal. We'll see what happens with that. The government's shut down. He's sending troops into Chicago and threatening other places. He has all of this time to still oversee the prosecution, the indictment of Letitia James. Is anybody else going to say, you know what, I'm MAGA. You know what, I was all in on Trump, but this is a bridge too far?
Maybe. Okay, so probably, but it depends on who we're talking about. So first, before I get to this, Sharon, I mean, look at this, right? There's two parts of this that are amazing. Number one, he thinks he's sending a DM to his Attorney General. Why are you doing it through your public platform? What are you, nuts? You're the president of the United States. You can get her a message in any way you want. Pick up the phone, email her, whatever. What? You're DMing her? You're sliding into her DMs? What are you, nuts? And then of course the clown accidentally makes it public. You gotta grow up, brother. This is like, again, if you're a Republican, you gotta be like, why are you sharing secret messages publicly? Don't you have any self-control? Can't you do anything right anyway? So then look at the message. He says to his Attorney General, that political opponent of mine is guilty as hell. And all there's been is talk and no action. He doesn't say anything about which crime she committed. Hey, I'm concerned. It looks like a law was broken and you didn't, etc. No, he's just like, prosecute her. I don't like her. Prosecute her. Oh, I made it public. Oops. But then to Sharon's point, is anyone going to care? By the way, one little side note here. Lindsay Halligan that he put in after he fired the career prosecutor who's conservative and wouldn't ruin his career by taking on this case and unfairly charging this Letitia James or some of these other folks. Anyways, so he replaced him with who? Halligan. Halligan is his personal attorney. As usual, soon he's going to have like the like the personal injury lawyers that he used back in '87 when he got into a car accident. You know, if you've been in Jersey, the guys who run the billboards, GotHurtInJersey.com, right? He's going to use those guys. He got me $30,000 when someone bumped into my car. He's now the deputy attorney general, right? And if you say, oh, come on, Cenk, that's an exaggeration. I'm sure Lindsay Halligan has a storied career and you just don't like her politics. No, she's literally never tried a criminal case. You can't get any more unqualified for this position than that. Never tried a criminal case. What is she doing here? Her whole job, and by the way, there's a public corruption unit, and Trump is using it in the exact wrong way to do the public corruption. It used to have 30 people in it. It only has 2 now, both Trump's personal attorneys. So Rando Bob and Rando Jane are in there going, yeah, we're gonna only charge Democrats. It doesn't matter if they did it or not, right? And then how about the actual corruption? There's tons of corruption from Republicans and Democrats, right? There's people stuffing gold into their suits and stuff like that. Are you gonna do anything about that? Oh, no. No, it's a twofer for Trump. Everybody gets to be corrupt, and he loves that. And then, but he prosecutes his opponents. So, look, so all the non-Trump voters, the people who voted against Trump, we all see clear as day what he's doing here. That's not an issue. It's not like somebody's gonna be like, hey, you know what? I voted against Trump, but now that I see that he's totally misusing American law and ignoring the Constitution, I'm in. Okay, that is not likely, right? So now you look at the Trump voters, usual thing here. Guys on the right that are extreme love this kind of stuff. Yeah, they came after us. They did it the wrong way, so we should double down. And because 2 wrongs or like 18 wrongs, if you pile them all up, then make it right. No, they don't. No, it's called principles. You should look into it. Okay, are there some Trump voters who get turned off by this? Yes. To what degree will they see it? To what degree will they hear the truth about it? And to what degree will it continue to add up? If it was one thing that Trump did, Sharon, then I think that it probably would not make much of a difference. But now it's a combination of things. They're bringing the military into the streets, charging your political opponents with nonsense, saying that he took freedom of speech away, which is something he said that we covered on the show today, and now something even more nefarious we covered on the show yesterday. A story Ken Klippenstein broke about how they're going to now try to call anyone who they think is against family values, against Christianity, against America, against whatever, right? All of these made up categories. And they're saying we're gonna call them terrorists and take away all their rights. So, and you saw them, oh, you disagree with Israel, you wrote an op-ed against Israel, that's it, you're arrested. And we try to deport you and put you in a dungeon and all this stuff. So when you have all of that together, I think, and then we'll see if I'm right or wrong, but a third of Trump voters didn't sign up for extremism. They thought, hey, I don't like inflation. I think the immigration is a little bit out of control, so I'm gonna go in Trump's direction. When they see all this, they're gonna be like, oh, and then by the way, did he do anything about inflation? No, inflation continues to rise. So eventually people know, they might not know all the details of Lindsay Halligan and Letitia James, etc. But they know the price of eggs and they know what tyranny feels like. So my guess is that this doesn't end well for Trump because he can't help himself, Sharon. He's never going to be a sane guy who's like, you know what? We really should follow the laws and the Constitution. And I don't need that much power. I just want to be a president within the normal confines of the presidency. And I want to push my agenda through because I really want to help the average American. That's not who he is. He's the guy who's like, more power, more power. No one criticizes me. You're arrested. You're no one. I mean power. Put the military in the street. That's who he is. That's who he is. So and the more he locks people up, the more unpopular he's gonna get.
So just to be clear, you believe it's a cocktail of all of these self-destructive actions. It's not the Marjorie Taylor Greene speaking up about now healthcare and the thought of millions of Americans losing it or having their premium skyrocket. It's not just Epstein, although that is, again, his self-imposed, his destruction here. It's all Trump. It's not the MAGA people that he's made to walk the plank, like, the prosecutor, his name has escaped me, who said, there's nothing there on Comey. Now he's fired.
Yeah,
I think you might be right.
Yeah, last thing on that, Sharon, I'll clarify it this way, and this is super rough, guys, okay? But I love the question Sharon's asking, because super roughly, a third of Trump voters that are on the extreme right, you're not gonna get them on anything. Trump says it, they believe it. Trump says there were no Epstein clients, and they're like, yep, no Epstein clients at all. Whatever Trump says is 100% true, and I don't wanna listen to anything else. I don't even think it's a third, but it's a number. It's a big number, but it's a third. Then there's 2/3 who will agree with us when they agree. Like, so we agree on Epstein files. So Trump can say there are no Epstein files, and that 2/3 of Trump voters are gonna go, no, brother. We said we know there's Epstein. We know there's Epstein clients. And that same 2/3, like, come on, brother, you seem like you're constantly doing whatever Israel asks you to do. And we didn't say war, we said non-war. So those, on issues where we have significant agreement, those 2/3 are potentially can join a bigger coalition. On issues like this, going after his political opponents, you're down to a third of Trump voters where you could convince them. It's not like they're gonna see it immediately, be like, oh, that's it, I'm against Trump. No, they're gonna have to see that cocktail that we've been talking about. That it's all adding up. And wait a minute, my Marjorie Taylor Greene's right, my premiums are doubling. I thought you were gonna help me with prices. And now my healthcare is unaffordable, everything at the grocery store is higher, and you're taking away people's rights, and you said you were for freedom, but it looks like you're taking away people's freedom. That third is more convincible and does not like these things and didn't know that it was coming. That's my rough sense of it.
It'll be interesting. Is Hillary Clinton next? He doesn't like her either. He's gotten off of her lately for the Boltons of the world.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.